Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you for coming back. And today I've got a 26 kill, 5,500 damage game. And it's pretty crazy gameplay, and they're getting harder and harder to get. And the reason being is because they added skill-based matchmaking into Apex for Season 3. And since they added skill-based matchmaking, the champion squads look a lot more like this one here, where combined two of the guys have 35,000 kills, which I mean that's a pretty decent bit of kills. You know, they're no pushovers. But at this point, I had been playing for so long. It had been like 9 hours or so that I'd been streaming, and I played earlier in the day. So I was just mindlessly grinding at this point. It wasn't until I had cleared out the whole start and Chuck said something to me that made me really try and go and actually get this high kill game. And so I plan on doing a commentary for a good bit of this gameplay here. Like I said in the description of my previous videos, I wanted to do some tips and tricks types videos, you know, with different guns, with gameplay, how you should play, stuff like that. And so that's what this video is. In the beginning, it was really slow because, like I said, I'd been playing for so long, I wasn't really trying. I was just playing to grind out kills. And so my aim and all that was pretty sloppy in the beginning. I'm not even going to lie about that. And I'm not going to comment too much on the beginning of the gameplay here. It's going to be a little bit later that I actually start doing the commentary. But again, thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you enjoy this video.
Where the fuck did you land me?
I didn't do that. Mirage on our team did that.
He's beat.
Where the fuck did the Gibraltar gold armor go?
Bro, stop running. I can't hit him. He's invincible. Adaptation, bro.
45 left.
I killed an enemy.
Good kill. Less than 30 seconds. Rings nearby.
Reloading.
I set the portal.
Reloading.
Absolutely.
10 seconds to the ring. Close at least.
Should be fine for right now.
What the fuck?
Sadly, I hit some lackluster EVA shots in this guy, wasn't able to knock him off white armor, and this Gibraltar
Yeah, I've been fucking
was
fighting
smacking
him
me
for the
with
past
this
8
wingman.
years with a gold armor Gibraltar, dude. Like, he's
Um,
hard to fucking kill.
he has a really good shot for a wingman on a Gibraltar, I must say. If you've ever used a wingman on a Gibraltar, you know what I mean by that. And so I saw Chuck had lit up this Gibraltar, so I just went in for the cleanup on him.
Damn.
That was an easy kill. That was a very
Pissing
easy
me
kill
off,
for me.
bro.
He was sitting on that guy.
And my EVA shots were actually hitting for good damage right there. That's partially what made it so easy. And so now right here, I'm
More
just
guys
trying to
coming.
heal up before these new guys approach.
What?
Chuck was missing
Okay.
a good bit of his health whenever he went to challenge this Octane, and he had a devotion, so that ended up being really bad for him that he didn't heal up all the way. I got the knock on the Octane and the Wraith challenged me, but I heard a Bloodhound coming, and so even if I'd knocked that Wraith, the Bloodhound was pretty close already, so he might be able to advance enough to actually get a shot off on me after I kill the Wraith, which I didn't want.
What are you doing, bitch?
The Wraith had an R99 and I had a shotgun, so I just played peek angles so that I would have much more of an advantage than she would. And right here, I baited her shooting her mag, hoping she wouldn't kill me, so that I could kill her while she reloaded. And then,
I don't know.
yeah, the Bloodhound honestly was not a problem. He could have killed me right there, if he was a good player, but he really wasn't.
Taking themselves,
And so that Bloodhound res the Octane. He was just an easy kill because he was more scared of the storm than he was of me. And so since he was using a devotion, the Wraith was sweating like she was the best Wraith in the world. I did teabag him, you know, I'd been playing for a long time, I was feeling toxic, and, you know, hit the teabag, fuck it. But how Chuck just said rotate in and get this 20 bomb before it's gone is the whole entire reason that I ever actually got this 20 bomb.
I got some shit. I got some shit.
And honestly, I haven't seen a higher kill game than 26 on PS4 for this season yet. I might be wrong, but I'm not sure. But I know for damn sure that high kill games this high are getting really hard to get with the addition of skill-based matchmaking. And so right here, I clicked it a little bit too early, but I'd seen the guys inside of this building laser this Pathfinder, so I grappled up, got on the roof, and he was weak just like I thought he was going to be, so I went ahead and just cleaned him up. Now I don't know how many guys are in this building, but I wanted to put pressure on them, and so I threw this thermite, you know, just scare him a little bit. And then I went around to the bottom. The thermite also masks my footsteps, by the way. But I came in ADS because I didn't know what I was going to find in here. And Lifeline, she wasn't expecting me to be right there. She was an easy beam. Just put a little bit of pressure on her to get whoever her teammate was to come out.
Oh fuck!
And
fucking ledge. I was about to be able to just grab
he didn't come back out, so I wanted to reposition myself. This guy was like running around in circles in this building though, so me repositioning, he had repositioned like 8 times already, and I just couldn't find him. When I did find him, it was just really dark, the muzzle flash was bad, so I did not take that full engagement. I wasn't going to try to battle muzzle flash, you never should. But I could tell this guy was just being a weirdo, standing in the stairwell, easy hip spray. But that guy wasting my time took me away from other teams that were dying. There were actually 2 teams that had just died in the time that it took me to kill that team. And both of the teams that had died had just died over here at Geyser. And so I came over here to the shots. And on the zipline in, I had noticed a death box on my right, so I figured they were close. I approached the building, but I realized that there was too many people in here, so I just put some pressure, and then I backed off. And the reason why I put the pressure is because I didn't want them all to just rush out and attack me. I saw another team coming, but I wanted these kills for myself, so I tried to pressure them. But that was a numbers game. They had 2 or 3 people shooting at me, so they out-flinched my shot. I couldn't really get out good damage. However, the pressure that I had put on that team on the inside of the building was the only reason that they did not open up that door and shoot me in the back when I was weak.
And I can't get in
And
there.
whenever I approached right here, I saw that there was just a ton of targets on the screen. So I just shot at the first one I saw. And I had broken her armor, so I continued shooting her for the knock. Now right here, I just wanted to pressure these guys so that I could end up thirsting this Wraith, and it worked out. The Mirage didn't keep the pressure on me, and so I thirsted her, and I remember that Wraith that was inside that building. She had gotten pushed out in this direction, so I was trying to figure out where she went so I could clean her up real quick as an easy kill. I went through the portal and grappled to make sure she couldn't shoot me in the back. But I couldn't find her. She was actually just behind the rock there. You see her phase. And so I'd put good damage on the Mirage, but I realized I had ran out of light ammo. And since I had ran out of light ammo, I immediately just started running to boxes to look for light ammo. I didn't care what happened. If I got the light ammo and I got shot, I was just going to grapple out. But I got it without being shot. And I missed 2 wingman shots right there, and that almost cost me my life, actually, because of the charge rifle guy all the way in the back. But I wanted to keep tabs on that Gibraltar's body so that he could not be res, so I just stayed close, pretty much full healed, and then went back out to see if I could find the Mirage. I found him, and from whenever I hit him for 154 previously, he didn't heal up all the way.
Yeah, that was.
And so he died of a little bit less than 200 health. And that was actually the champion squad right there that had the combined 35,000 kills on 2 players. And so I really wanted to grab light ammo and batteries, but I was getting charge rifled. And so I had heard that there was a res back here, so I immediately started pushing back here. To not mess with the charge rifle guy. Reason being, the charge rifle guy and his team are probably just going to stay back at very far distances, not trying to engage anybody. It's not really worth pushing that guy. I'm just going to waste a bunch of shield and waste a bunch of time. And since these people were already throwing grenades at each other and stuff, I came full sprint ahead over to this area. I realized that the way I ran in here was actually a little bloodthirsty. If they were a coordinated team and they had better aim, they definitely could have killed me in the move that I pulled here, but they didn't.
How do you hit his body?
And so I ended up flexing on this other Pathfinder. I could have done it with a wingman shot, but with how many kills I could get this game, I just didn't want to mess around since I was already low on armor on the grapple in. And I used this ledge right here to my advantage so that I could thirst this Pathfinder without having my audio blocked by my shooting, and no one could push me because I'm watching that door. And so I had heard them upstairs, and so I was actually grappling to go upstairs, but I heard the Mastiff move to the upstairs, and so with that, I backed up all the way to the edge of the roof to make sure that his Mastiff would not hit me for as much as it would if I was really close. And so before I fight those guys, what I want to do is just clear out the rest of the building. I don't want any solo rats pushing me, or even if one of the teammates on that team was not with his other teammate, I could go ahead and clean him up in the bottom of this building and make the fight in the room that much easier. And so right here, that zipline on the left was one of my main worries, just because if someone was back there, they could very easily come up and try to take my height. And I didn't want that to happen. So I came over here to check, and sure enough, there was a Mirage decoy coming from that direction. So I knew there was a team back there, and I needed to keep tabs on that. So I wanted to look at it for a minute. So I came on this heightened roof piece so that if the Mastiff guy came out, he wouldn't get good damage on me and I'd be able to escape. But I saw that they got super focused on the team in the cave, So I came in and capitalized on that to the fullest extent, wiping them in like,
What did
what was
you
that, like
guys
4
do?
seconds, and they were both dead. And so that made me feel a lot better because the Mastiff player was no longer in the game. I had removed him, and so now I heard someone to my right, so I just want to put a little pressure on them, let them know that they shouldn't push me because I'm up here. They don't need to push me. And I noticed that I was in zone, so I was just going to stay on this roof. I wasn't going to move. But since the zone was closing, I really needed to make sure that these guys didn't take the zip up. And so the crypto from the team on the right tried to drone EMP me right here. That's what that white light was to the sky, but he just did it way too low. So I let them tag me up a little bit, backed off, thinking, let them think I was going to go heal, but really I was just holding them. And so I put a little bit of pressure on a lifeline to make her run away, so I could pop this bat and drop down to clean up on these guys. And I wanted to thirst them, but I didn't want to get ran up on from behind, so I repositioned so if the lifeline came back, I could honestly use her teammate as kind of a head glitch. But she didn't come back. Right here, I didn't want to give the charge rifle longbow team any reason to push me, so I did not let them hit me with that Bangalore roll. I didn't want any part of it. Realized I need some light ammo, so I just, went and grabbed that real quick. But the main thought on my mind right here was the solo lifeline. I saw her run towards this building, so I just came over here to check and see if she was in it real quick, see if I could get this free kill, because every kill counts in a high kill game. You want as many as you can. I saw that she actually caught me off guard, but I did good damage on my initial peek. So I hit a quick re-peek on her. As soon as I reloaded, my body was out of the door peeking her before I was even finished reloading. Just to make sure that I could, really clean her up. Now right here, I saw the charge rifle on the right, put a shot on him, but I noticed the longbow had a way easier shot on me, so I focused him, and I kind of shit on him, not gonna lie. And then the charge rifle guy he's hit 3 times now, so I was going to push. However,
Storm, they have to come in.
the storm was going to force everyone together.
Move too.
And so what I'm about to do is actually another bloodthirsty thing. I honestly shouldn't have done it, because if there was someone in this building, I would have died. I really hard focused this Bangalore trying to kill her, and I ended up taking a lot of storm damage trying to get into this building. But luckily no one was in here. Now I saw that this Wraith had got her armor popped, and so I just jumped out and pushed her. That was super risky to put my back to people when they were on the left and the right of me, but it ended up working out. I just went out and in so fast, and so I didn't want to open up that door and put enemies on my left and my right out of a doorway. So I moved out of the doorway, came over to the left, and just started hitting some beams on these kids, and it ended up that these were the last 2 people in the game, and that's GG. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really hope that you learned something from this. I hope that you can use the tips, the positioning, just everything from this video. I hope it helps you drop a high kill game, your highest kill game yet. Thanks for stopping
I
by,
am right now.
and
Dude, that's actually what I'm
I hope
doing.
you have a good day.
You said go get that 20 bomb. I said I.
Oh.
Oh.